Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Yeah, video's a little bit later than normal, but yeah, that is totally fine. So, um, yeah, hopefully you guys can join us here live. So, anyway, I hope as normal, hope all you guys had a very good night last night in the NBA. I think we scored like a 304, 305. We had a couple injuries happen. Chris Dunn screwed us, so unfortunately, but it definitely did. Some of them, 304, 305 did cash and double up, so that is not bad there. So, anyway, we got 7 games tonight. We got some interesting ones. We got some good ones. We got some ones, as normal, good teams against bad teams. Sometimes the slow teams against slower teams. So, we know how that goes. But overall, should be a pretty good night here. As normal, it does start at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah, let's definitely dive in. First, as normal, if you guys want premium lineups, let us know. As I told you guys yesterday, we have had a lot of stuff going on. So if you guys are still pending on Twitter, because you guys did send your payment, like I said, we will get to you. Definitely don't be alarmed. Like I said, we just have to catch up. A lot of personal life stuff been happening, obviously. So got to get that going first. Then we'll definitely get to you guys. So definitely, don't be alarmed that you haven't been accepted yet. You will be accepted here, definitely today. All right, first game, good one here. We got a New York and New Orleans matchup. 217 in New Orleans by 5. So right away, a lot of people are going to be having this one, and for good reasons. You got Rondo prices going up a little bit, and he's not looking too bad either. $6,400. 47 and 29 and in his last two. Big concern here is his minutes. As you see, they're up and down. That's up to you if you want to go that way for a $6,400 player. I don't know if I want to touch that. True Holiday is normal, not bad for 30, 35. Courtney Lee, I think he can have a half decent game here. Each one more. He's been playing a little bit better as well. Only $4,600, 29, 24 in his last two. Playing pretty big minutes. I don't mind him. I think, as normal, gets you 24 points. Not too bad for more. But the thing about him is if his shot's not on, you're not getting any fancy points. So don't mind Lee, though. Davis Porzingis, man, that should be a very good matchup here. For a little weird reason, I think Beasley might be half decent in this game. Had a good one against San Antonio. His minutes been up all over the place, but I don't know. I could see Beasley being a half decent option here. You got Cousins as normal. You got Ennis Canner. I think he could be half decent depending on his minutes. So Cousins, Davis, Porzingis, those are the obvious three right there. Courtney Lee, really don't mind him. Really like each one more. Holiday, not bad, 30, 35, and don't really want to touch these guys here too much. So yeah, as normal, just the big dudes in that one is who I'm really looking at, and then maybe Holiday or something like that. And then, as I said, maybe Beasley kind of catch my eye a little bit as kind of a GPP guy that goes off for 30, 35. All right, moving on. Detroit, San Antonio, 196. Not much going on there. San Antonio by 4. This could be a half decent game. Leonard is probable to play. Now you got Ish Smith, should be very popular as we know Jackson went down. I don't know if he's worth 6K here tonight. You got Reggie Bullock. He's going up against Kawhi. I guess if you're looking here, I think LaMarcus Aldridge here once again. Maybe go that way. Harris, maybe that way. Drummond or Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol's been playing a lot better. But if you guys ever notice, Pau Gasol plays better when Kawhi Leonard is out. Last time Leonard was out, there you go. But look at that, 41, 38, and 40 from the old man, Pau Gasol. I think you got to put him in there. Yeah, price is going up, but he's playing some pretty good ball here. So I definitely really don't mind Pau Gasol. Drummond, he might be all right. Not really. I don't know. He might get you 45. Just not really liking him. So I guess Pau Gasol and Aldridge in this one where I'm looking at. If you want to go Kawhi, that's up to you. Price is going up a little bit. Playing a little bit more minutes than normal. So that is, obviously a good sign, but he's still not producing at that 7,400 price tag, obviously because of his minutes. So, but it looks like he's playing every other one here. So maybe he plays 25, 27 minutes here, might get you 25, 30 fantasy points. If that's what you're looking for 7,400, that's, for me, really not worth it. So Ish Smith, if you want to go that way, that's up to you. Don't know if he's worth 6K tonight. And I guess Aldridge and Pau Gasol. Nothing too crazy about that one. Only a 196, but maybe a couple of those guys. But that's really it. All right, Orlando, Miami. Miami, man, having their issues again. A lot of guys are out. 203 and Miami by 1. Let me go look here. I love Tyler Johnson right away. He's all over the models. He should be in a good spot. Peyton, I don't mind him. I really don't. Ellington, he's definitely in play with all the injuries going on. Price went up a little bit, but should be a good spot for him. Richardson, once again, I think he should produce very well with all the guys being out. Kelly Olynyk, don't mind him once again. Aaron Gordon, I guess, if you want to go that way. And then you got Bismack Biyombo. His price skyrocketed to 6,000. For good reason, 31 in his last two. Yeah, I don't mind him. As normal, he's not really an offensive player, defensive player. So going up against Hassan Whiteside, big thing there. I'm a little bit worried about Biyombo and his foul trouble because he does like to get physical there, but maybe put him in there. I'd rather go Pau Gasol if you had the extra little money. Not really into this game on the big boys, but yeah, don't mind looking at Peyton. I love Dragic. Sorry, love Tyler Johnson in this one. Ellington should be in a good spot in Richardson. So Richardson, Ellington, Tyler Johnson, maybe a little bit of Peyton, maybe Dragic if you want to go that way. They're definitely going to have to rely on their front court in this one. So it's kind of what I'm looking at. Nothing too pretty. These low totals don't really get me too excited for obvious reasons. So, but still, a couple of those guys can easily hit 5 times value tonight. So I'll have a couple of them in there. All right, Atlanta, Portland, 207, and Portland by 3. All right, so you got one of the best defenses against one of the worst. Atlanta, one of the worst, as you see there. Actually, the worst team. And then you got Portland, the third best team. They were number 1 for a while, but defense is slacking a little bit. Really bad against a small forward, 25 overall. But besides that, they're pretty good defense. But should be a good one here. If Lillard doesn't play, still game time decision. We know about Shabazz and Napier, only 4,800. So he is still game time decision. Schroeder doesn't do too bad against Portland. I watched him last year against Portland. He did pretty good, but that's obviously when they had Hardaway and Paul Millsap. But yeah, I don't mind him. I think this could be an interesting Kent Bazemore game. Should be a little scrappy. He's been not bad. Had bad against Toronto, but as we know, he's the guy that likes to, all around kind of a player. So I could see his 30, 32 in this one. Probably max out at that. McCollum, I don't mind him obviously if Lillard is out again. Power forward. I don't mind Collins here once again if you really want to go that way. 5,800 as normal. He usually comes off the bench, as you see, 31.6 once again against Toronto. His blocks definitely are coming in play the last couple games, so yeah, that's not bad. Alfred Camino, really don't mind him in this situation. Not really scared of Ursan. He's been up and down, but if he gets you, his 23, 24, that's all you're really looking for. But that's definitely a GPP option. Nurkic, he's only 6,100, but you might have to take advantage of that here against Atlanta. 41.9. We only got his minutes back up there. So Nurkic, 6,100, I think he could be kind of your guy to take a shot on tonight. Minutes up and down, but as I just showed you here, Atlanta is second worst defense against centers in the entire league. So I think Nurkic could be a half-decent spot here. 6,100, way too cheap. To definitely just take a shot on him. So I like him. So don't mind some Nurkic. Collins is normal. I like him coming off the bench there. McCollum, I don't mind him. Really don't mind some Bazemore. And as I told you, we need to know what's going on with Lillard, if he's playing or not. If he doesn't play, Shabazz and Napier, McCollum definitely get a boost for sure. Even if he is playing, don't mind putting, obviously, Napier, no more Napier, but don't mind McCollum. And I think that definitely helps out Nurkic for sure with Lillard coming back, and then don't mind Schroeder. So, yeah, once again, a couple from that one. I like that game. I really do. A lot of interesting spots there. Some of those Portland guys usually aren't too popular, besides obviously Lillard and McCollum. So good little game for me to look at there. So, all right, moving on. Cleveland, Utah. We got a 208 in Cleveland by 3. All right, you got Rubio. I don't really care for him. He might get you 20, 23. Um, Mitchell, 75. If you think this is his game, I don't mind him here. It's going to be a little bit faster game against Cleveland. Put him in there. I don't mind LeBron. It's a team. It's a game of two differences. You got expensive dudes against some cheap guys, but Joe Ingles hasn't been doing crap. Favors, I think he's going to be popular. I think he's in a good spot. Love, so I'm going to go Love, Favors, James, a little bit of Mitchell in there. Hood could be an interesting guy off the bench. That's really it. I mean, it is a 208 in Cleveland by 3, so it's interesting. Maybe some other guys, some of these other Utah guys might step up, because a 208 is a pretty high total for Utah. So maybe look into it a little bit, see how Utah has done in the past against Cleveland. Obviously I'll do that as well. So that that's a big thing, is see how some of the guys play against Cleveland in the past. So definitely keep an eye on that. But Mitchell, maybe Hood coming off the bench, you got there. And then I really don't mind some Favors, Love, and obviously some LeBron as well. All right, moving on. We got 2 left. Memphis, Golden State, 207, and Golden State by 13. So Curry is supposed to play here tonight. Knowing Kerr, I'm not expecting Curry to play too much. Obviously had an ankle injury, kept him out for about almost a month. So probably going to be a little cautious with him, but probably still play about 17 to 20 minutes. We'll see how many minutes he plays. Should have a report on that. But anyway, I love Evans in this one as normal, if you want to go that way. Harrison, maybe get you 17 to 20. Kevin Durant, I still think he's in a good spot here, 11,000. Not too many big guys out there, so I'd probably still pay up for him. You got Draymond. I haven't picked him too much this year. I picked him a lot last year. He's been stepping it up, but as I just told you right there, guys, that's a 13 spread, so they're obviously supposed to annihilate Memphis here. I guess you can maybe look at Microsoft. If Brandon Wright can't play for some reason, obviously, in JaMychal Green, I haven't looked yet, but if those two can't play, maybe Terrell Martin, as we saw last time, he played a little bit and had a half-decent game for sure with a 34-6. So that's only if Wright and Green are out. So, once again, I don't know how many you really want from this one. Last time they played, it wasn't too crazy of a game. Kevin Durant didn't really do too much. So, I guess Evans and maybe Durant. That's really what I'm looking at. Don't really care for that game. 13 spread, that just don't like it. All right, moving on. Last game, 216 total, and sorry about that. And Denver by 6. So Philly and Denver, this should be a good one here. No Joel Embiid here, so that a little bit of a disadvantage. But Murray, I like him. McConnell could be in an interesting spot. As normal, he's definitely a playmaker, kind of a point guard. Loves those assists. He's been stepping up, 32 and 32 in his last 2. Really don't mind that. 29 and 33 minutes. So McConnell, definitely looking at him. And as I told you, Murray, put him in there. Harris Barton, always up to you who you want to pick. I think Redick could be in a half-decent spot as well in this one. They're going to need a 3-point shot in this game. 38 and then 23. I think he can get you around 25 to 26 in this one. Don't mind a Redick. If Covington can't play, man, look at all that. You get Chandler as normal, 20, 23, 25 in that one. If Covington can't play, he tried last night, but obviously didn't do too well. Saric, Simmons, another guy that's going to have to play probably is TLC. He's a shooting guard / small forward. He's a relatively big guy. but he just doesn't do anything. That's the big thing about him. So that's only if Covington's out, maybe you need to punt, but I probably wouldn't go there. Simmons, he hasn't done crap recently. Sarge, I'd probably put him in there. Trey Lyles, he's obviously been the go-to power forward here, and he's playing some pretty good ball. $5,700. He's been pretty consistent. I think I'd put him in there here in a high-scoring game. And then you got Jokic as well. See here, Rashawn Holmes, how his minutes have been. He hasn't been playing much. Maybe they play him, but looks like Sarge for sure is going to get some extra minutes. Jokic, don't mind him. 9,500 price went up a little bit, but Sarge, got to put him in there. Booker's going to play a little bit more minutes. But yeah, Sarge, Trey Lyles, Jokic, maybe Chandler, Redick, depends who you want on Harris and Barton, and then really like McConnell, and then a little bit of Murray. So that's going to be the game I'm going to be wanting to target a lot in cash games. All right, let's try and get you guys some lineups. Oh, man. Interesting night. I'll definitely tell you that right now. Tyler Johnson, I like him. You got a lot of big boys, but not too many good cheap value options out there. Man, I do like Evans. I'm just going to plug in people. Not going to be able to get you guys a lineup here. Don't really – I probably go LeBron, but if you can't get those guys, probably Richardson in there. Always plug in some Wilson Chandler if you want to go that way. I think you got to have Davis or Cousins in this one. Personally, I'd rather have Cousins, but that is just me. Don't mind Alders, as I told you guys, but I think the big guy right here is Mr. Dario Saric. I think he should have a good one. So if you don't want to go Davis, you want to try and go get some Cousins. As I told you, you got Trey Lyles, should get you around his 30 points. So 60 to 65 points from those two right there. Don't mind that. They could have upside of 70. So that should be a good combo pack right there. And as I told you, I got to have Drummond. I got to put him in there somehow. I think that's definitely doable here tonight with doing that. Maybe put in, where is he at? I told you guys I like McConnell. For only 48 shooting guard, you got 5,500. Obviously a little off, but maybe go Gary Harris or something like that. So as you see, I need one more big boy in there, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. Point guards are weird tonight, so I just probably go cheap. Johnson Smith, and then maybe some McConnells, I told you guys are there. Shooting guard. Don't mind Evans. All these guys are kind of mid-range guys to get you around 30. Then you got Ellington, Redick. Don't mind those two, and that's really it. Maybe take a GPP shot with TLC only if Covington is out, but he's only going to get you maybe 15 or 16. LeBron, I'd probably have him over KD. Richardson, I really like him. Don't mind some Lee, as I told you. Chandler, each one more is playing a little bit better as well. That's probably who I'm looking at there. Power forward, I don't mind Davis, obviously. Porzingis, two top dogs right there. Aldridge, a little bit slower game, but I think he gets you around 40 in this one. Really don't mind some Dario Saric, as I told you. Collins, Trey Lyles, like those guys. And then that center position, I got to have Cousins. Jokic, good spot. Mid-range, Pau Gasol, probably number one option. Nurkic, kind of my GPP option tonight. Way too cheap against Atlanta, one of the worst teams against center position. So if you're looking mid-range, I think you take a shot with Nurkic. If you're, want to be a little bit safer, probably go Pau Gasol. That's really who I'm looking at there. So, it looks a little interesting, but, if you dive into it, maybe a couple more injuries come out. It should be a pretty good slate of games. I think that is it. I think I'll do a video tomorrow. I think there's, 4 or 5 games for the main slate for Sunday. And then I don't think there's much for New Year's for Monday. We'll have to look at it. So probably video on Sunday. We'll see about New Year's. Obviously, as I said, it's New Year's. So may not do a video for Monday. So anyway, yeah, guys, that is it. Like I said, one of those slates you're gonna have to do a little bit more homework for you. But if you dive into it and get some of the right pieces, you should be totally fine. So as normal, if you guys want premium lineups, let us know. We'd definitely love to give you guys some start off the New Year's right and win some money with us. We've been doing pretty good as normal. I'm ranked in the top 200 in the entire world on FanDuel. If you're new here, just about 2 weeks ago, I took down a $100,000 GPP monster. And then 3 days before that, took down another monster with 34,000. So made it, 134,000 here in the last 2 weeks. So definitely, I do know what I'm doing. So if you guys want to hop on premium lineups, definitely let us know. As I said, $40 per month, 3 to 4 lineups per day for the main slate. Definitely check out our website in the comment section. That's where you're going to have to go to get in on our lineups. We'll have step-by-step instructions for you guys to get signed up. Also, we'll have a little bit about us and some of our winnings and some of our subscribers' winnings as well. As normal, you have to have a Twitter to access our lineup. So that is it. Yeah, should be, like I said, do a little bit of homework today, and you should have half decent lineups. So definitely looking forward to today. As I said, probably have lineups, a video for you guys on Sunday, and then we'll see about Monday. So that is it. If I don't talk to you guys or anything by Monday, hope all you guys have a very good New Year's, have a good 2018, and we'll see you in a couple days.